This week it's my daughter's birthday, so she asked me to make basically an Italian sandwich bake. So it's not something that we would normally do. Growing up, we didn't eat a lot of Italian meats, mortadella and prosciutto, salami, yeah, but it just wasn't something that my family did. Not that we've never had it. So I was kind of taken aback when she asked me about it, but okay, let's give it a try. So here it is. It's a very simple recipe. It's not difficult, but it's something you can do fairly quickly if you got all the stuff. Have a watch. Here it is. Of course, the first thing we have to do is make the dough. I'm getting pretty good at making dough. I've done it a bunch of times. This one, as you can see, it was all poofy. I let it sit a little too long, but not a big deal. So the trick is we pull it out, and we're going to knead it. I'm not going to knead all that dough, ha ha ha. So some of that's going to be put in the freezer. We'll probably take about half of it, and we'll put the rest in the freezer till the next time we need to make something. Medium swing. The idea here is that we're going to take the dough and we're going to put it into two strips and basically kind of make like two pizza roll kind of things. Basically encase the ingredients into the dough. So, we'll stretch it out, and it likes to stretch. So we'll play around with it. We'll get it stretched out to where we can work with it. And then the idea is that we're going to put all the ingredients together. So here you see I've got it all stretched out, and I think I've got it to where I can start putting the ingredients on. The ingredients we're going to use is pretty simple. It's provolone cheese. It's a 3-pack of prosciutto, capicola, and mortadella, and of course a bunch of just regular salami. So the idea here is we're going to build a sandwich, and then we're just going to encase it in the dough and kind of cook it into a kind of cool sandwich. But because I didn't pull the dough apart big enough, I tried folding it over, it didn't work. So I found with the meat, if I kind of split it in half, it seemed to fill up the dough a little easier. And that's what I did. I just took the different meats, the prosciutto, I think this one's the prosciutto. It's really thin and it's kind of ham-like. So for us non-Italians, I really wouldn't know the difference. I think it was just a really thin ham. It does have a good taste to it. I have to tell you that once this was put together, it had an Italian taste to it. Absolutely, something that, like I said, it wasn't something I grew up with, so it was a different kind of flavor, and not in a bad way. So once we put all the meat on, I have these lying around, so I threw on some green onions on the top just to give it a little flavor, and I will definitely do that again. They did taste really well. Yeah, so this looks really good. Now the fun part is coming up next. Of course, I forgot to put the cheese on. So we put the cheese on, and it looks pretty good. I might put 2 layers, one on the bottom, one on the top next time. Well, now we've got to fold the dough over, and basically it's going to end up being a stuffed sandwich. It's a little tricky. It's not hard, but it's a little tricky because you want to make sure that everything is sealed in as best you can without ripping the dough. And that way it doesn't leak all over when you bake it. So, a lot of it's fairly simple. The ends, I mean, you don't want a big dough ball at the end, so you kind of fold it over, and just you got to eyeball it. You'll never get it 100% perfect, I don't think, unless you use a ton of dough. But that's roughly what it should look like when it's done, you know, and pinch it together just to double check, and then of course we'll do the other side. But I'm also kind of looking for holes as the dough relaxes. That looks good. I think this is good enough to go into the oven, and we'll flip her over, and that way if it does kind of try to come apart, the seam's on the bottom, so it's going to be a little more difficult. Looks good. I think we formed it enough. I could do this forever. It's lots of fun. So now we're going to throw the egg wash on. Now, the egg wash is just to kind of brown it up a little bit as it's baking. Give a little extra dark look to it. I've done it both ways. I don't know. It's okay. You can do it. You can not do it. I don't think it really, at the end of the day, affects us mere mortals at home, and the way that the buns and that end up baking. It doesn't matter. I mean, it was one egg, gave it a try, came out nice and brown. Your choice. You don't have to do it. And once this is done, you're going to throw it in the oven, 350, 15, 20 minutes, till it's nice and brown, something like that. And once you cut this, you're going to want to have some dipping sauce, some tomato sauce with it, just to give it an extra flavor. So there you have it, an Italian sandwich bake. Happy birthday, Abby. Hope you like this. Well, that was fun. I enjoyed doing it. It was quick, simple, and something easy to master. Um, I'm going to try it next time, of course, but little extra meat, I think. If you really want a good deli sandwich. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. Leave me a comment below if you try this dish, and I look forward to seeing you next time. So, as always, bye for now.